The Cloud of Unknowing, in which a soul is made one with God. Chapter 7. And if any thought rises up and keeps on wanting to force itself above you, between you and that darkness, and asks you, what are you seeking and what would you have? Say that it is God you would have. I want him, I seek him, and nothing but him. And if it asks you what the God is, say that it is God who made and redeemed you, and who has graciously called you to his love, and say that you have no understanding of him. And therefore say, get back down and tread the thought down firmly with a stirring of love, even though it seems to you most holy, as though it would help you to seek God. For perhaps it will bring to your mind various beautiful and wonderful instances of God's kindness, and say that he is very sweet and loving, very gracious and merciful. And if you are willing to listen, it desires nothing better, for it will chatter more and more, till at last it brings you lower, to remembrance of his passion. And there it will let you see the wonderful kindness of God. And if you listen, it seeks nothing better, for soon after this it will let you see your old sinful way of life, and perhaps as you should see it and think about it, it will bring to mind some place where you used to live in the past, so that in the end, before you know it, you will be scattered, you do not know where. The cause of this scattering is that you first listened willingly to the thought, answered it, accepted it, and let it work freely. Yet nevertheless, what is said was both good and holy, so holy indeed that a man or woman who hopes to achieve contemplation without first going through many such sweet meditations on their own sinfulness, the passion, the kindness and great goodness and excellence of God, will certainly go wrong and fail in their purpose. And yet all the same, a person who has had long practice in these meditations must always leave them and push them and hold them down far beneath the cloud of forgetting, if he is ever to pierce the cloud of unknowing between him and God. Therefore, whenever you resolve to undertake this work of contemplation, and feel that by grace you are called by God, lift up your heart to God with a humble stirring of love, and think of God who made and redeemed you, and who has graciously called you to this work, and accept no other thought of God, and do not accept even those thoughts, unless you choose, for a naked intention directed to God is fully sufficient, without any other goal than himself. If you want to have this intention wrapped and enfolded in one word, so that you can hold on to it better, take only a short word of one syllable. That is better than one of 2 syllables, for the shorter it is, the better it agrees with the work of the Spirit. A word of this kind is the word God, or the word love. Choose whichever you wish, or another as you please, whichever you prefer of 1 syllable, and fasten this word to your heart, so that it never parts from it, whatever happens. This word is to be your shield and spear, whether you ride in peace or in war. With this word you are to beat on the cloud and the darkness above you. With this word you are to hammer down every kind of thought beneath the cloud of forgetting, so if any thought forces itself on you to ask what you would have, answer it with no more than this one word. And if in its great learning it offers to expound that word and tell you its attributes, say that you wish to have it quite whole and not analysed or explained. If you will hold firmly to this purpose, be sure that the thought will not stay. And why? Because you will not let it gratify itself with sweet meditations such as those mentioned earlier.